Glad to have you with us from Las Cruces, New Mexico, and Aggie Memorial Stadium, home to the New Mexico State Aggies. You know, we love coming to the land of enchantment, especially when we have an enchant. The offense lining up for a first down play. On the move, it's Trevino. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They'll leave it with him. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a...
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter. New Mexico State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Out of the gun, the running back has it. The Aggies get enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play and make it just enough to keep the drive alive.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Fires to the big fella. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like, run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Offense getting set for 1st down. The give to the tailback. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. At the 40, there he goes. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. Keeps the legs moving. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to get it through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Once you get in this range in the football field, do you depend on your kicker? Do you go for it? I think on 4th down, I think you go for it. This is a long field goal, a lot harder attempt. I like the offense going for it here in this situation.
And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something. He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Not going to risk a return here. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Kearse. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Using the quick game. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Handoff from the gun. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a 1st down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a 1st down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
Nice move to keep running. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Got a wide open receiver. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the fullbacks are just the big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you...
Touchdown, Aggie! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. First down here for the offense. The give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. The defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the fullback. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
They got him on the ground, but not before he gives New Mexico State a first down.
I really like what I see from this offense with the lead in the fourth quarter, and they're moving the sticks. This is now the 6th play of the drive, and they've been able to stay on, bleed clock. They want to just continue doing exactly what they're doing right now.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. If we add points, we add points.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down, and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a two-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak?
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Timeout called by the offense, a mere 10 seconds to go in the game. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And the field goal unit is on the field. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff.